United States. I'm Jason Sterling, and we are starting here our live stream. I think it's starting. It should be starting. Let me see. Am I rolling yet? Can anybody hear this? It's not coming up on my secondary feed here. Give me just a second. We'll try to make sure that we are flowing out. Okay, it looks like we are good to go. So I'm Jason Sterling. Okay, it looks like we are good to go. And this is the Bradbury apartment building that I've furnished a few of the apartments, and we're working on the penthouse. Today, we're working on finishing the penthouse today. It's my poor little toddler. He's got to go to the bathroom. He's got a little diaper kind of icon there above his head. I want to just adjust my chat feed here. Okay, we should be good to go. Now let's go upstairs to our penthouse. I've been working on this the last couple of streams, and we've got a lot done. We really do have a lot done here. What we're going to work on today are these two bedrooms with their ensuite baths and kind of small closet areas. And then the master suite of rooms, master bedroom, master closet, master bath. So where to start? We're going to start with one of these smaller ones first. Now, this will probably be the last live stream I do with this build. I might do a little play testing through the week at work, and I might add a few just kind of minor things. But in general, by the end of this live stream, I think we're going to be pretty much done, pretty much finished. Just got to adjust a few more things here, and we'll be good to go. Okay, here we are. So we're going to start with this little bathroom here off of this bedroom, and then we can pretty easily replicate it on the other side because they're going to be exactly alike. Same thing is also true of the closet, which I'm going to go ahead and just use this sort of just simple light for the closet. This is probably not the light I'm going to use for the bathroom. Now, on the bathrooms on the front of the house for the public restrooms, we can look at those real quick back over here. I did them with the Morocco kit and gave it a sort of, heavily tiled, sort of themed look. And I think I'm going to do the exact same thing with all of the bathrooms in this particular build. So let's just start with that. I'm going to use that as kind of an idea. We'll grab this flooring here, bring it over. Now, the one thing I think with this flooring is it comes with a border. A variant that has a border. Let's see here, this one. So maybe we should go ahead and just kind of border the floor out. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Like that. You can do some really cool sort of patterns. We could do one here real quick. Something kind of like that. Or when it first came out, I was all about doing patterns with this stuff. We could, you can change it to F. So there's just a, kind of a chunk of it, the little diamond. And then you can do stuff like that, right? Which that actually looks pretty cool. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can see here we create kind of a little diamond pattern. Well, that's actually kind of the same thing we've got. What was I going for? I don't know. Not that really. Let's see here. Let's see if we do. I kind of wanted Just see, the thing is that $4 sign is kind of getting in the way, like how much it costs. But the weird thing is I wanted to have the corner piece here. And it's not doing the corner piece. It's not doing that sort of, let's see. Maybe it's still reading as F. No, it is. Okay. Anyway, I thought it might be cool to do something here. I don't know if I'm going to think it's cool or not. Maybe we could do like this. This might be a little bit different. See that? That's a little bit different. We might do that. Kind of just rearrange things here a little bit. Give us a real heavily inlaid tile sort of appearance. And that is going to be pretty easy to do. Okay, now I think that's it, right? No, it's not it. We got to do this part over here. There we go. So now we've got kind of a little bit more intricate pattern for our tile. Let's see if we can, we'll grab some wall tile here from that pack. See here. Okay, here we go. We'll use this here. Now we can use this not full wall, you know, kind of just a half wall version of it. That's not my favorite. I would rather go ahead and do this, do the whole wall, but then that does get really busy real fast in a small space, right? I mean, that's a lot of look to, especially to wake up in the morning and walk in there to get ready and you've got all of that right in your face. So boy, oh boy, let's see here. We could do this maybe. And we could do that. Let's go ahead and just do that. Let's do the half wall. Let's keep it a little bit under control. Turn it around this way. And I guess we'll just put in like a tub. Keep it simple. Maybe use the fancy tub, the one with the gold wings on it. This one here. Throw the tub in. I don't have my cheats on yet. Here we go. I really need to go through and update my mods because MC Command Center kind of keeps your cheats on for you. And I get really used to that and kind of forget I need to turn them back on whenever my mods are turned off. And we've had these updates here lately, so all the mods have gotten kind of turned off. And I don't know what's up to date and what's not up to date. I don't really keep up with that enough, probably. It's just not my big deal to kind of stay on top of that. I'm not a news channel, I guess you could say. Let's put that here. I never have really been much in report. I've done a few kind of news type pieces before, kind of, you know, my opinion on something, but it's pretty rare to, I just don't have the time to constantly follow the news and then try to do a video to react to it. Although recently, I will say this, is Sim Guru Grant, who some people, you either love him or you hate him, right? You either love him or you hate him. He was not a middle-of-the-road type of guy. He did not inspire middle-of-the-road feelings. I don't know. I personally didn't have any problems with him. I didn't have any negative interactions with him. So it was easy for me to, I guess I liked him. I didn't really know him. So maybe I am a middle of the road person because I didn't even really know him, but I did know him. I saw him online. I saw his posts. I responded a few times. So, da. He quit. He quit The Sims. He walked away, which I don't know. I was really shocked. I was shocked because he's been kind of the lead designer on The Sims 5, whatever that may be, Project Rene. Okay, a light fixture that's going to work with Morocco. Kind of keep our feel going, but also kind of Gothic, right? A little bit Gothic to it's okay too. So he's been the lead designer on Rene, and now he's gone. So I don't know where that leaves that project. I haven't been super really following Rene either because I think it's still a couple of years away. And I'm a little bit nervous about Rene anyway because I don't know about the online part of it. And I'm afraid it's just going to end up being like a mobile game, but for PC. Now, I hope I am wrong. In fact, not only could I be wrong, I hope I am wrong. But that is my worry. That is my concern about it. And now that Grant's leaving, I'm a little bit more worried because he has been the lead designer. It's kind of hard, whether he was fired or left, either way, whichever the case may be. Some people are certain he was fired. I'm not certain of that because he didn't say he was fired, you guys. But whatever the case may be, it's still switching gears kind of midstream when I think Renee's supposed to be out and about. Well, they said a couple of years or a couple of years away. I'm going to read that literally as about 2 years away, at least as far as maybe an alpha release might go or something, because I'm sure it's going to be the live, what do they call that? Whatever. Well, a live on the fly, just like The Sims 4, on the fly updates. Really, I think it's just an excuse not to ever release anything like that works. Not to release stuff that works properly, like when they first release it, because then they can just go through and fix it as they need to after the fact. Kind of like they're doing right now with For Rent and some glitches coming along from there. This doesn't look too bad. I kind of like this. I'm not planning on putting anything over the windows. I don't usually like to use curtains because we can't open and close them. And I feel like we don't have a huge selection of curtains. So I don't know. I might look through them real quick, but So yeah, I do think that's just an excuse to say, well, yeah, it's broken, but that's because this is a live service. It's a live service. We're going to fix it as we go. Oh, okay. I didn't get that. It's a live service. So I think it's going to be a live service, I'm sure. But I don't know. I'm not super thrilled by the prospects of it. Let's just put it that way. But this here, maybe one in the middle. How's that look? That doesn't look too bad. Does it look Moroccan enough? I don't know. It doesn't look Gothic. That's for sure. It does not look neo-Gothic. And I'm having a little bit of trouble getting this one. Maybe I can move this one up a little bit. Or down maybe a little bit. Know what's wrong with this thing? Something with the window and where these curtains want to lock onto the windows is just slightly off here. Which is kind of all the more reason for me to go ahead and just kind of maybe skip curtains, right? This is fate telling me something. Skip the curtains. I'm going to go ahead and take the curtains out. We'll just leave the bathroom like this. And that was pretty easy. I mean, it's a nice little upscale bathroom. It does look a little bit more like the 1920s because we have all this tile. We have a heavy tile focus on it. Looks upscale with a sort of gold and gilded accents. It's not terribly Gothic. It's not terribly Gothic revival, but that is okay. I don't care that we overdose on Gothic revival. One thing I do want to use is this type of wall covering kind of up here in the bedrooms, like so, and the closet. So anyway, as I was saying, I am a little concerned that Grant has left because it's switching midstream, but since I wasn't all that into it anyway, I'm not that concerned. It hasn't bothered me too much. I still really like The Sims 4. I really do. I mean, it's got problems. Oh, good girl. I mean, it has got so many problems, and every time I turn around, I feel like there's more. But I still really like it, and I still really like my Sims in the game. I mean, I like my characters, and I like, I like my builds and stuff. So I'm not really looking forward to not using The Sims 4 anymore. And in fact, I probably will continue to use it even when this Renee launches, right? Because much like The Sims 3, when The Sims 4 came out, I still used and played The Sims 3 like all the time. I was always just switching back and forth between those two games. So I imagine I'll do the same thing with Renee and The Sims 4. Hate to call it The Sims 5, so we'll keep calling it Renee, but because we don't really know what it's going to be called, and I don't know that, like I said, I don't know that's going to be a true successor to The Sims 4. I think Maxis is kind of careful and being careful about calling it a successor to The Sims 4. I think it's going to be almost like a play along game, like a side game. Not like, say Castaways or something like that, but just an additional game on the side. I don't know. That kind of makes me nervous though too, because I don't know that I need a game on the side. This keeps me pretty busy. The Sims 4 does keep me pretty busy. I mean, I always have a list of stuff I want to do that I just can't quite get to. I just can't quite get done. So I don't know if I need anything else. That's for sure. That there. I'm just dressing this closet up a little bit. As you can see, I really don't need these boxes in here. I just think it looks a little more realistic to have some storage in there. That's it for our closet. As you can see, kind of like the closets I've done in some of the other apartments. Just grab some Dream Home Decorator stuff, fill it in. If you don't have Dream Home Decorator, frankly, from my point of view, it's worth it just for the closet stuff, because that looks like a real closet and your Sims can go in and use it like a real closet. So, like a real walk-in closet and stuff. I just think it's worth it just for that. Let's see here. Where would we put a bed? I guess over here be a good place for a bed. And I'm going to switch out that light fixture. We are going to do something different. I don't know what exactly. What have I used through this apartment so far? Got some Art Deco stuff that I've used, and Realm of Magic. I've used kind of the country stuff from the cottage pack. Okay, so let's take a look here at our lighting options from the ceiling. I do think I want to try to do something a little sort of Gothic-y, and so far, I feel like using the Star Wars lighting fixtures have been really pretty good. In fact, I just used one in the bathroom. So we could kind of keep that trend going and use this one in here. Again, it gives us a little bit of a fanciful sort of feel, right, to our space. Maybe put it over here. And then we'll put the bed here with a couple of tables and a couple of lamps on it. That ought to be fine. Let's see here. I don't really know what size. I mean, on one hand, usually when I build several bedrooms like this, I build for a kid and a toddler, right? Or two kids. In this case, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to build just for like a couple of adults, like maybe a couple of adult children living at home, which, maybe something like this, a little bit more of an adult bed. Could go with a brown in one room and then maybe something like a lighter color like that in another room. They don't have to be the same beds, of course. But I think I'll go with the brown because it's a little more Gothic, give us a little bit more of a Gothic feel. See if we can find ourselves a table here. I've said already in regard to the Castle Estate pack or kit, because I really like it. I really, really like it. It's been really cool so far. I just wish it was a stuff pack or a game pack because I need more stuff. I need more stuff to be in it to really flesh out the whole feel of it. Now I have a lot of stuff in game. I do because I have like every pack and kit so far, but I still feel like I'm looking through some of this stuff and I'm thinking it just isn't quite right for this sort of Gothic idea that I want to pull off. And I mean, looking through it, there's some stuff we can end up using. And if we were going for an old kind of worn out castle, then maybe something like that would work. Something like that might work anyway. I don't know. Maybe. Let's just try it for now. It is kind of a neat, it's kind of a neat sort of contrast to the bed, which looks so new. To have this sort of, table that looks a little bit old, kind of a little bit almost like a thrift store find or a garage sale or something. And let's see, we'll grab a couple of lamps. And again, lamps are kind of like this too. Now, obviously, in medieval times, they didn't have electricity, right? They would have just had candles. So we would just throw candles out on the table. But with Gothic Revival, of course, they would have had electricity. So it would be nice to have a lamp that maybe speaks a little bit to Gothic, and but have that look, but run on electricity. Now we do have something like this. This is it's got a little bit of a deco feel to it, like an art deco to me, just a little bit, with this sort of design. We could go with that, or that's what it's grabbing me right now. That's why I went ahead and set it out there. Now, I have been using these sort of Tiffany style lamps because they would also be from the turn of last century, the turn of the 18th or the 19th into the 20th century, a sort of Tiffany style lamp. So I have fallen back on that quite a bit. I hate to keep falling back on it for this build, but I think I'm going to use it for this other room, kind of the lighter style room. Let's go ahead and just put two of them over here. And since this is more of a masculine room, maybe we'll just leave these here. Just go with that. Rather than agonize over it, right? Let's just go ahead and go with that. Let's grab kind of a comfy chair, something kind of, I have it in my head what I want to use. I do have it here with what I want to use. Just have to find it. I think it was from the recent horse ranch. This right here. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't pull this up in a swatch that has a pillow I will accept because I don't really like pillows on furniture, Maxis, because I might not use that pillow on that furniture. That's not too bad, and I've used this chair quite a bit because I love the chair. I do. I think the chair is really cool. But I'm just not big on those pillows thrown on it. Let's go with that. That looks okay. We'll deal with the pillow. I need to learn how to create custom content because then maybe I could just go in, grab that item, change the color of the pillow, right? Change it to a color I do like, and then kind of, be happier with it, maybe. I don't even know if surely you could do that. I don't know that you can do that, but I would think you could. I don't know anything about doing custom content. It is not my forte, not at all. And then we'll put in a rug. Hopefully, let's hope that we actually find a rug here. I don't always find a rug here. I do try to find rugs. Again, I need like a rug kit. That's what I really need. I need a kit, and it's just about like 25 rugs. 25 rugs, each of them in 12 different swatches. They could just go down to like Home Goods or like, I don't know where, whatever the local department store they have there. Thank you. Thanks. My hat. I do wear my cowboy hat a lot. I am from Oklahoma. I'm not a cowboy. I have worked on a ranch before. I have worked on, on a farm and stuff, but not very often. And it was not my forte. I did not grow up on a farm in Oklahoma. But it's hard, even when you live in the city, to totally avoid at some point ending up on the farm, working in some fashion. Because they'll just snatch you. They'll snatch you off the road, you guys. That when they need kids to work, kids are cheap labor, if not flat out free labor, and they'll just snatch you up and drag you off to the farm and totally put you to work. And it's hard work too. Some of it is. Some of it is not hard work. Don't let farmers fool you. Don't let them fool you. Some of it's hard. Some of it is hard. All of it is not hard. But I did, I do like my cowboy hat. I wear it actually quite a bit. It's funny how many people haven't necessarily seen it though. Because my clientele at work, sometimes I wear it at work and they're like, "Oh, I just love your hat. When'd you get that?" I'm like, "Well, years and years and years ago." And I've had a different hat than this one. I wore out. This one's about to wear out. I really need to, I've been kind of looking around for a new one, but I only like a specific hat like this type. This is what I like. I was actually looking for this one again. I could not find it. It is no longer being made at the moment anyway. So I'm kind of at a loss. I'm going to have to figure out something else. I don't know. I had a hat when I was younger called an Australian rancher's hat. Now, do they really use it in Australia? I don't know. I really don't. That is just what the department store called it. That's what it said on the little ticket, the little price tag, was Australian rancher's hat. So, but I did think it was super cool and I loved it so much. Oh my God, I wore it all the time. And then I had a roommate at one point and he had a dog, right? And I come home from work and what do you think happened? Are you guessing the dog chewed my hat up? You're guessing right. I thought I was going to have to kill somebody and not the dog. Not the dog. I'm not going to hurt some poor dog. That's not that dog's fault. The dog's just doing what comes natural to a dog. But I would gladly, finish off and bury his owner. I certainly would. For letting him do it, because he was home when it happened to. I can't even get started. That was 20 years ago, a little more than 20 years ago now, 25 years ago. And it still upsets me. He's like, "I'll get you a new one." Did he get me a new one? He did not get me a new one. If you're already guessing, even as I asked that question, if you're already guessing, he didn't get you a new one, did he? Nope. No, he didn't. He did not get me a new one. So anyway, we're not even friends anymore. So that's what happened. It was probably the root of the downfall of our friendship. He did not take care of his dog and his dog acted out on my hat. And that was it. Not friends any longer. I'm looking right now for a table to put over here by the door because this feels kind of lonely and empty. So far, I'm not really finding a table. And right now it occurs to me we could put some sort of dresser there or kind of a tall boy or something. Let's take a look here and see what we have in storage. This maybe. I'm kind of going with Gothic. We don't have a lot of Gothic, but we do have this stuff from Horse Ranch, which looks all beat up anyway. I don't want a whole bunch of real beat up stuff, but it does have a little bit of a Gothic feel. And if I was doing like an old castle, I do think a lot of this Horse Ranch stuff would work in an older castle. If you're looking for packs to kind of pair with the Castle Estate kit, I do think like this would work pretty well. I'm doing a brand new apartment building in a Gothic revival style. So for my uses, I don't know. I'm still going to use it. But if the next pack has something better, I'm going to swap it out. That's what I'm going to do. Who knows I think the next pack is a stuff pack. To see what we get with that. I'm going to just try to find myself a little bit of art here. Maybe something like this. It's kind of cute. I feel like I'm building kind of a country room here right now, really, instead of a Gothic revival room, but that might be okay. I might be able to live with that. because I do think it's kind of turning out kind of cute. Simple, but cute. Let's see here. Mm-hmm. We really need more like real tall and narrow art. I was thinking that earlier today. I was doing this new build, kind of a, well, not really a build. I was doing a new redecorating, right? Because Max has put out a castle shell challenge on Discord. I don't know if they publicized it like on Twitter or whatever. I don't know. But they put out this sort of castle shell, and you're supposed to decorate it. And if you decorate it and submit it, then you might win something, some sort of pack or something. So now I won't. I'm sure that I am not eligible and I don't need to win a pack, obviously. But I did go ahead and download the shell to decorate, and I was decorating it, and I kind of thought then, I wish I had like a really tall, thin piece of art in this one area. I think I'm gonna go with that. That's kind of cute. Nice dog there. And we're gonna maybe could try to do something over here with around the bed. We could kind of do sort of an accent wall. It's not too unusual for me to do that. Now, back in the 20s, in the 1920s, this is also the 20s, the 1920s here in the United States. I don't know how common this would be. This idea where you just do this one kind of focal wall, right? So it's kind of an accent wall, kind of to draw your eye over to a particular area. You know, you would find this maybe in this building, though, in this century. So this is from the 1920s. This is the 2020s. So if I bought an apartment here in the 2020s, and maybe this is the original wall under the plaster, then they definitely oftentimes will leave that exposed as a selling feature. So yeah, I think that works. I think we could go with that. And it's going to make it look a little bit interesting, give it a little bit of, like I said, just something to look at. So we'll go with that. Now, that takes care of that. That leaves this room and bathroom and closet. I'm going to skip this room for now. Basically, it's going to be pretty much, this is going to look like this, this is going to look like this, and this is pretty much going to look like this, but just with different colors and furniture. But I think they'll be almost mirror images of each other. Instead, I'm going to go out here into the hallway. For now, I'm going to stick some lighting here and here. What I ideally want to do is put in some sort of statuary, some sort of piece of art in there that'll be highlighted. Thanks for thinking it looks cool. I hope it does. I mean, I like it. It's one of those things, you know, when you're a builder and you build something. Yeah, I like it. I mean, you know, I built it, so I like it, but not everybody would. And that's fine. Actually, that's fine. I've known people to download builds of mine and then completely redecorate them. That's fine. I think that's exactly what people should do if they just like the exterior. Definitely download it, redo it, put your own stamp on it. That's always good with me. Now, we could put like some sort of little seating area here, I guess. Do we need a seating area there? Well, not really. But I do think just to dress it up, we'll try to go ahead and put something in place. What have we got down here? What did I use in this room? That furniture. I think I'm going to continue. I'm going to carry this furniture on down the hall, kind of keep that sort of look going. Like so. I'm going to need a table. I thought there was a table down there, so I went back, but there's not, like an end table. So we'll just grab the Realm of Magic end table, or actually, I've used this one end table here quite a bit, and I think I'm going to use it again. I really like this, and even though it is kind of a more modern look, for some reason to me it just feels like it could have come from that era. It feels like it could kind of integrate with stuff from the 1920s. I don't know why. I have no reason to justify that, but it does feel that way when I look at it. There's just something about it. So we'll grab that table there. We're going to put some sort of hanging light over this mess, and I think we'll use this one. This is one of my favorite lights, by the way. For one thing, I always wanted a light like this, right? Like a nice stained glass sort of, light in this fashion. I think it looks so cool. I would love to have one in real life. And so I think that's part of why I really like it. And I use it all the time. I don't use the stuff from the rest of that pack very often. I think it was movie night maybe that came with or something. I always kind of think of it as kind of the boho pack, which was it was a cute pack, that movie night, I thought. I thought it was a very cute pack back in the day. And of course, back in the day when we didn't have hardly anything in game, it was really cute because it was nice to get more stuff. We're going to throw some art here on the wall. What? I don't know. I think we'll go with this. Again, it's not really Gothic. In fact, it's not Gothic at all, but it does fit kind of the 1920s. It has that look to it. We'll do this one over here. And then for some statuary, my thought is to do the same statue that I have out on the front of the building, we're going to do here on the inside of the building. That's the other thing I want, a statuary kit. If someone's making notes, if someone's making notes for Maxis, sending this to Maxis, I really want a statuary kit too that is just like 25 different statues. And I mean like actual real statues that you would find in the real world. Like I don't want a gnome, another gnome, right? I don't want another llama. I want like actual real statuary that looks like you would find in the real world. Let's grab her and put her on both sides. I think we could do something darker. Let's leave it white. Maybe turn like that. Now, here in the master bedroom, we've got a lot of space to work with here. Probably way more than I actually need. Let's see. I think we'll start with the sort of Moroccan bath, right? Start with this Moroccan bath over here. It's a really, really big bathroom. One thing I'm thinking is maybe to try to almost divide it in half with like a his sink, her sink type of setup over here, because that would work. We've got enough space. And I think that'd be like really popular, right? For like a rich person's, kind of apartment or home. We have more room to work here with this particular tile. And so we could try once again, maybe trying to create a pattern in the middle of the floor. I wish I could remember exactly how I did some of those. I'm gonna just play around with it just a little bit and see what we end up with here. Um, maybe something like that. I don't know. Do. Let's roll with it for now. Oops. Okay, let's kind of, we've got kind of a pattern here with more of a solid block with an X, you know, and then the open block with an X. And it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to try maybe, what else have we got? Try maybe something else. Let's see here. Do. So we could do something like this as well. I think I'm going to roll with it. Let's see how it kind of turns out. I don't know if I'm going to love it or not. So if we do something kind of like that on each side. And if we ran that down each side and then maybe full blocks in that middle section, let's try that. It's going to take a little bit of time. That's the only bad thing because it kind of tedious filling all of this in. Do. Come on. What is wrong with it now? Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. And that, like that. So we've got that set up, and then we can go through and we'll fill in. kind of this, you know. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time. Here we go. Probably user error, right? Okay, so that part's done. So this is what we're going to have. This on one side, this on the other, and then we'll have, like I said, kind of a his and hers side to the bathrooms, right? Right. Okay, so, whew. I didn't really know I was going to kind of get into doing anything quite like this when I started the bathrooms. I thought I would just throw down a quick little floor, and then, I don't know, I kind of thought, well, let's do a pattern. You know, let's do something a little bit different with it. Famous last words. Do. Let's see, let's turn this just a little bit here. Okay. And then when I get done here, we'll take a look and see if it matches, right? Right. Oh, okay. Whew. Golly, I almost need a break. I almost need a break after doing that damn floor. I feel like I tiled it personally. Like I came in, spent all day tiling that on my hands and knees. Not really. But it does feel a little bit like that where it's like, God bless, it's a lot. Okay, so we're going to go through here. We'll put in sinks, someplace to bathe, toilet, of course. Now, my thought is, why don't we go ahead and we'll put in a toilet closet here. Which they actually, it's a little unusual to see, but they did have, even back in the early 20th century, sort of these closets with just a toilet in it, which is kind of basically the way here in the United States we do all new housing, right? The toilet will almost always be in its own little room with a door in the bathroom. And that's really just been something that has become ubiquitous in that, you know, it's in like every new build, I would say in the last 25 years. But even, you know, 100 years ago, there you would find it usually in wealthier people's homes, of course. But yeah, you would find it. And so we're going to do it here now. I guess we could just do one door like that. And I even did go to a house once here in Oklahoma City. It was like from the early 19 teens or something like that. It was like a home tour. And they had the toilet in a separate closet with a door. And part of it was because for the dad of the house wanted to be able to use the toilet while people were in the bathroom, right? So you actually could enter the toilet from the hall or from the bathroom, which is also kind of unusual. You know, that you could enter just this closet would be have an entrance from the hall or from the bathroom. So he could go in there and use the restroom while, say, his daughters were in the bathroom. I always thought that was kind of ingenious. I don't believe I've ever seen that anyplace else, but it does seem like kind of an ingenious idea. We'll put this stuff here. I'm going to put little tables off to the side to hold stuff, junk and stuff. Let's see here. I want to do both a shower and a tub, of course. So I'm thinking on the man side, we'll call this the man side. Let's go ahead and put a shower over here And then on the other side, we'll put the tub. So if we take this here and here, grab this and this. And then we'll use our wall-mounted shower. It's not the best shower, right, in the whole pack. But I really like it because it seems very realistic to have this sort of separate shower that's not enclosed in its own little box. Kind of more of a built-in type of look. Take our swan tub there. Now, let's see if we can find a suitable table to use in here. I'm going to scroll down to where the expensive ones are, right? Now, we have something like this. This might be kind of cool. Is this, I think, supposed to be kind of a beverage cart, but it's got the right color gold. Let's see, would this be a little bit closer? It might even be a little bit closer to that. So it's got this kind of color of gold here. And then I guess the idea is you could kind of pull it around where you need it. So maybe if you want to pull it over here by the tub, if you want to put like different bathing products and stuff, you could. And if you don't want to, then you could just leave it here, right? Right. Grab a mirror or two. And a mirror here. I'm going to go ahead and not put in a towel rack. Well, I'm going to put in a towel rack here, I think. I will put a towel rack in here. But over by the tub, I think I'm going to just put a stack of towels. Put some toilet paper in here. Now, let's see here. I actually use this towel rack all the time because it's just so, it's so flexible. It just blends in with every particular decor because it's just white, right? Just white on white. White towel on a white bar. Which, ironically, I don't have any sort of towel bars in my house, actually. I always just put towels on the counter or something like that. In this house. Now, I have in other houses, but this one was more to design, more to my design. And so I didn't want them, so I don't have them. Let's see here. I'm looking for the little expensive tray of stuff. See if I can find it here. Should be in here somewhere. There it is. We'll put that over here on that one. I don't think anything will go on this bottom shelf, will it? Let's see if we can maybe... No, it'll intersect there, but it won't actually go onto that bottom shelf. It works okay, though. That looks okay. I think we will turn it around this way. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a stack of these towels. Even though I've got a towel rod on this side of the room, I'm going to go ahead and grab a stack of these towels to put here on this particular cart. Just raise it up 2 times. That seemed to be the magic number there. Yeah, and then it seems to rest real perfect. Looks like it, looks natural. Looks like it's meant to slot in there. So that takes care of that. Now I want to swap out this lighting. We're not going to keep this particular lighting in place. We're going to go ahead and grab some lighting for above the mirrors, some task lighting. Let's see here. This is not a Gothic lamp, but I have been using it a lot in this particular build. It does have a nice sort of, I don't know, something about it to me just feels like it blends really well. Let's put that there. And then let's take these out. Put in some lighting like this. Probably go ahead and I'm just going to use the same Journey to Batuu lighting that I used in the other bathroom. It's really bright. It works really well. Put that there. I think here in the toilet, well, my thought was maybe just to leave this kind of disc light. Nah, I don't think I'm going to, though. I'm going to take it out. Let's just go ahead and use a Journey to Batuu light in here as well. We'll need to play test that, make sure it doesn't get in the way. But I think it should be fine. I'm going to take this out as well. Maybe go ahead and just put one of these lights in place. I don't know that you would really find it done this way in reality. Is that too close to the water? I don't know. I have a light in my shower, but it's inset into the ceiling. So in theory, it doesn't get wet and electrocute you. As a practical matter, I've never really tested that, though. I've never really thought, well, gee, I wonder if I just throw water up there on it, maybe I can get it to electrocute me. Maybe if I try hard enough. Now we could put some art in here. I don't typically put a lot of art in bathrooms. So looking at this, I'm really not sure. We could put some art in this bathroom. I don't know if there's any reason to. I thought about maybe putting, though, like a large mirror here. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're also going to put large mirrors in the closet coming up. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. That's really big, but it's also pretty much a full-length mirror, which is what I really want to see there. So we'll put that there. I'm going to grab one of those for this, closet area. This is going to be a really big closet. This is definitely like a closet / dressing room, right? So you're going to come in here, your clothes are in here. Maybe I'll put some benches in here. In fact, I'm sure that I will put some benches in here. And we're going to call this definitely a dressing room. Let's see, let me have this. Like so. Let me see here. Surfaces, shelving. Put in a lot of clothing racks along there. Go ahead and put one in over here. We will go ahead and grab some sort of bench here. This looks good. Let's grab this sort of Art Deco bench, I guess. Put it here. That way you can kind of sit, put your shoes on, right? And I think we'll go ahead and put in a couple of, my hair is falling apart today. I think we'll go ahead and put in a couple of tables real quick. One on each side of the bench. There's almost not room for one on each side of the bench. It's a little tight. It's very, very close. Let's pull it out just a little bit here. Grab that. Now, one thing we can do down here to add some lighting, I'm going to show you real quick with this particular, with these clothing racks. I don't know why I'm trying to pick particular clothes here. It doesn't really matter. Let's just put one of each in, right? Now, one thing we can do is we can grab the sort of lighting, right? The art lighting, the picture lighting here. And when we put it here, let's drop in a little bit closer. When we put it here above the clothes, you can see how it lights up the clothing, right? As it kind of gets higher. So if we put one of those in each of these slots, it gives us the impression of built-in lighting for these cabinets, right? And it's kind of a neat look. It's very subtle, and I don't know how many people really are going to kind of notice it, but it definitely, I think it definitely works really well. I'm always real happy with the way it looks. Throw in some shoes under there. And then we'll go ahead and put some, well, let's see here. We'll go ahead and put some of this, cabinetry up here on top. And then it kind of even further disguises that lighting, so you really can't see it at all. And once again, one thing we could do would be to put some boxes and stuff like that up here on top. Let's see here. We'll put some of these nicer ones in here, right? Some of these nice woven baskets. Let's grab a blue one there. Maybe a red one. We'll turn it on its side like that. We'll put some of these sort of plastic boxes up there. And then we'll go ahead and grab the same thing for this side. We'll put another cabinet in here. I'm going to grab a couple of bins, as they're calling them. All sorts of stuff I do think will go up there, though. So you can put this sort of stuff up there. So let's put one of those since it's right there. Let's just grab it and throw it up there. Give ourselves something different. I always just put boxes up there, but we can put, stuff like this as well, so that it gives us a little more interest, like maybe it was kind of a catch-all place where they just put all sorts of stuff, Now that doesn't want to go up there. That doesn't want to fit up there. the old box of junk. I'm going to put it down here, though. Let's put it there. And maybe crafty cubby, like so. So we've got a pretty good look for our closet. We need to find maybe some flowers or something. Ah, these are good. Let's put these flowers in here. Like that. And I guess we could put a rug in. Let's put some sort of rug in. This is a big enough room that we definitely can fit a rug in it. I'm thinking of using the good versions of the werewolf rug right here. Because see, size-wise, it fits really well in that space. Kind of almost like it was meant for it. We'll put that tone in there, and it looks good. And there's our closet. But all done. Pretty much all done. I think I could throw in a little bit more lighting. I'm going to grab another one of these lights here. Let's put one here kind of even with the door. We're going to move this one a little bit closer to the sitting area. Like that, balance out the lighting a little bit so it's a little bit brighter. This is our closet. This is where we're trying to get ready in the morning. And we're going to grab ourselves all sorts of stuff right here. We've got so much room in this room. This particular space is absolutely huge. Almost too big. You know, I almost could have made a nursery in here as well. I don't think a nursery really fits. Well, not built into the master bedroom. Doesn't really fit a penthouse. We could have done a nursery that maybe would have, gone here or something so you could reach it from the master bedroom. But turning, like, say, this alcove area into a nursery, probably not really in keeping with the time. And in fact, if you could afford this penthouse at any point in your life, you probably have a nursery attached to the nanny's room so that the nanny can actually take care of that baby, right? Right. Now let's see what we have for a bed. A nice bed, a fancy bed. Too many of our beds don't give enough discomfort relief or enough energy return. Let's see here. We got something like this. This is definitely kind of Gothic, and I haven't used this yet. Any of these new builds, we could do that. It's not too bad. Maybe a little bit darker version of it. Let's try that. Maybe a little bit darker version of it. And I kind of wonder if we grab that lighting, because I think this will work. I think I did this a long, long time ago, like when this bed would have first arrived. I think we can take that lighting and use it the same way we did in the closet. So that what we're going to have is this appearance of lighting being built into this headboard up here and shining down on the bed. But we'll see. I mean, a little bit. It does change. It does change the tone of the bed a little bit. In fact, the higher up I take it, the more it changes. So let's go ahead and keep that. Let's keep that as it is. And that definitely gives us some light over there. We're going to take this puck light out, this disc light out. Let's do a big seating area over here. We're going to get a really nice sofa for the master bedroom. We could use that again, that style. I want to go with something kind of like that, but without the pillows and stuff though. And there is something down here. If I don't miss it, where is it here? It is down here somewhere. Where is it? Is it up? Oh, there it is, right there. So it's kind of a nice, it's got that sort of button tufted leather sort of look. And it has a very kind of upscale look, I think. Kind of a wealthier type of look to it. We'll go with a sort of lighter tone to this particular piece. I have not put a fireplace in any of the bedrooms so far. I could put a fireplace in here. Like we could move the bed over a little bit and center a fireplace so that you're looking at it directly from the bed. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to grab a fireplace and put there where that mirror is. We'll move the mirror over here by the door. Last final look as you get ready to leave the room. Now the fireplace here, our options are, I don't know. I need a fireplace kit too. Everyone's keeping track of these kits, right? I need a fireplace kit that just has like 25 fireplaces in it in a variety of different colors. That's actually what I'm looking for too. So I put a fireplace here. Let's throw a couple of chairs around it. My thought had been maybe to put an office in this bedroom. There's no real reason why. This house has a really nice office at the front of the house. It's got an office back in the morning room. So I'm not going to do that, I guess. I just don't see the point except to take up space. I mean, it would be a great sort of just because type of thing, I guess, but no real reason to do it. Oh, I was going to use this chair earlier because I did like the flowers on it. I still don't think it's going to work in here, though. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work with the other stuff in this room. We've got this. Where does this come in? Anything that'll be useful? Ooh, that's kind of good. I do like that. And again, because it's got almost a 1920s kind of feel to it in its lines and its structure. So let's grab that and we're going to put it here and here. Great little place to hang out around the fire. We're going to grab a couple of plants, put over here by the fire too, just because we live dangerously and we would love for a spark to pop out of that fireplace and burn the whole house down, or the whole apartment building down. Everybody dies. Everybody gets it. In reality, of course, that won't happen. It won't happen. These are going to be perfectly safe. I mean, in the game, that won't happen. These will be perfectly safe. In reality, it might happen. So if you have a fireplace and you're thinking, "Ooh, maybe I'm going to do that. That looks cool." I wouldn't put a bunch of plants around the fireplace unless I was really certain it never sparks and never puts out any sort of, flammable embers or something. Do. Put one on each side. Oh, and you know what? Let's go and I guess we could put bookshelves in here. That's something that would take up some space. It might be a little more in keeping with what we might find in a bedroom. So let's see what we've got. If we've got a couple of bookshelves we can put on each side, and something that's not going to, dominate the fireplace. So we've got something like this. It's not too bad. I would like something maybe a little bit smaller. Nope. Let's grab this and just go ahead and use it. Plus, I think it comes in a pretty cool lighter version of itself. Like that. Now, what I would love to do is try to put some sort of lights here that look like they are attached to these panels here above the fireplace. I don't know if we have anything long enough to manage it, but we are going to look real quick and see if any of this. I'm going to try first off the sort of lantern lighting I've been using in the bathrooms. If I can find it. I thought it was right up here. Is it not? Yeah, there it is. So that is not big enough. It's almost big enough. That's way too big. So it's not big enough really to do what we want it to do. So we'll take that out. Now, one thing that might work is maybe some outdoor lighting. We'll try that after we go through this group of lighting. If we don't find anything, then we'll check our outdoor options. See, again, that's almost there. It's kind of peeking through a little bit. So it is almost there, but not quite. So we won't use that. We got this really big Star Wars light. Now, okay, so it is big enough. Okay, it does stick out to the side. I would ideally like it, though, to be a little bit smaller. And if I make it smaller, it's too small. But it is an option. It is definitely an option simply by virtue of the fact, well, actually, I mean, now that I look at it, now that I zoom in on it, it's not really an option, is it? No, it's not really going to work. So let's take those out. Maybe none of this will work. Now we have this. That doesn't look right, though. So let's not use it. Yeah, I'm afraid this is going to end up being one of those. It was kind of a really good idea. I did like it. Couldn't get it to work. This here. I mean, we could always do something in between, or something, but that doesn't work. See, I would love for these to be there, out a little bit on the front of this. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Okay, so okay, let's look at our outdoor options. Now, I was thinking of something like this, really. And it does. I mean, I knew this was over in outdoor options. It's also here. It does kind of fit. In fact, I mean, it does fit. The style is a little bit not what I was going to do, right? It isn't really what I was looking to do here. Need to fix this real quick. Let's just go ahead and fix this real quick while I think about it. Just notice that those panels are not painted. Wait, is there a panel over here? Yeah. So that's not really kind of what I'm looking for. Let's see, maybe if it's in gold, it would work. Okay, so not that. Let's go back here. We'll take a look at outdoor lighting. Now, there is one thing in particular here in outdoor lighting I'm thinking of. It's not this, but we can look at that. Not going to work. this. I was thinking of this maybe. Will this work? You know, that kind of works better to me. Just the styling of it works better. It is not really what I was looking to do. Exactly. But it does fit. And I think the styling fits better. And let's see if we put it in maybe a little bit more kind of rust color there. Not too bad. I think that's not too bad. I'm going to leave it. Now, over here, let's find ourselves a coffee table real quick. Do. Put that there. And I would love to put some plants over here by this particular sofa. How big is that? Well, the footprint's not very big on that. So do. Throw another one in there. Maybe we'll put a couple of plants over here, kind of keep this sort of theme going. I guess we could go with that color. It's not exactly white. It's not exactly white. We were doing sort of a white theme in this room. It's kind of where we've been headed. I didn't really plan on that though, so it's fine. Throw something a little different in there. Do. Maybe this. We'll go with that there. Nice bright green color. And I guess over in this area, let's go ahead and just grab another sort of mechanics light here. Does give us a lot of light. We'll definitely light this space up. Plants have been reading really dark for me in game. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. I mean, looking at these plants, they definitely feel like really dark, even with the lights on by them. And I used the floor, what do you call it? I don't know. Spotlight, floor spotlight, like the backlight, and this thing. And even it didn't really light them up, you know? This, you know, so when you shine it on stuff, it should light it up. And it does a little bit, but see how dark everything still is kind of in the middle? I don't know. It's really weird. There's something kind of going on with the plants, I think. That's what I think. I think there's something going on with the plants. So let's grab ourselves a rug, put in here. I want to do something kind of light, maybe something from here. Let's take a look at this stuff. Something like that, maybe. That's really too big for the space. So if I leave it the size it comes as, it's too little. And if I blow it up, it is really too big. I'm not sure about the patterns on that anyway. Let's try. That also is kind of overlapping, but the patterns might work pretty well here. In fact, I did use this already out in another part of the apartment. Still, I kind of like that, even though it's darker. And even though it overlaps, I don't know about the overlap part. I need to get the tool mod because then I can make it just big enough for the room and not double, the size like that. So let's see what else we've got. But otherwise, I might go ahead and just use that and make sure the tool mod's updated, turn it back on, and use it. That's also too big. And I guess until I know, I could go ahead and put that rug there. Let's see here. And we'll put one of these lights over here. Take out this disc light. And that is looking pretty good. We're pretty close to done, I would say, basically, with this apartment. Now, there would be some tinkering I might do as I'm kind of playtesting it. That always happens. But nothing kind of major. We'll throw that up there, like we balanced it on that little precarious looking bench there. And we will grab ourselves some sort of art. Maybe if I find something. I thought it was gonna be easier. I thought I would just grab something. I guess we could maybe do this. It's art from Windenburg. Put that over here, maybe. Like a family photograph. Ancient family photograph. Maybe this one too. That's an even older family photograph. That's like grandma, right? A great grandmother from the American Revolution. That's her. I might swap those out. They're okay for now. I don't know. They're okay. I wonder if this one comes in white, like a white frame. Not really. No, they're all the same frames, basically. This might come in a white frame. Yeah, it does. So let's put her in a white frame. And I think I'm going to move her. Let's move her more over here. And hello, Possum. How are you today? Eating more bread? I take it, right? Let's see here. I am just trying to find the perfect end tables for my bed here. Bedside tables, I guess, right? Jollibee. What is Jollibee? What is that? Is that a type of bread? Let's put that maybe there. I don't know. I don't think so, though. Got to find something a little more. I guess we could use this Realm of Magic table. It's pretty, works pretty well in a lot of different situations. Oh, fast food. I didn't know that. I haven't heard of Jollibee. Maybe like that. Do it in that color there. And we'll grab this and we'll put it over here. Grab a couple. I think I should put a couple of lamps in here. That is also something that is missing. I don't think we have those, at least not in my state. Here in the United States, we don't have Jollibee. They might have them elsewhere, maybe. Oh, you've never had it either? Well, I don't. What do they serve? Like burgers, chicken, Mexican? Here in the Southwest, here in Oklahoma, we eat chicken a lot. I mean, Mexican a lot. Tex-Mex. It's not really Mexican. It's like Tex-Mex. A rocking chair, might look cool. That is actually not a bad idea at all. Let me see if I can find another piece of art here. And you know what? I think it might not work style-wise entirely, but I'm going to take a look at a rocking chair. I could put it over here in this corner. Or, whoops. Because I was thinking of putting another chair there. The only thing that bothers me, of course, is the style is a little odd, but let me look at some of the white versions of it. They're like really, really rustic. Let's see here. Oh, chicken wings. Oh, okay, cool. We've got a place like that here called Raising Cane's. And they are kind of like not chicken wings, like chicken strips. They're pretty good. I don't really eat there very often because it's like way across town from where I live. But they're pretty good. If you're ever around one or see one, you might try it. Got that. I think we'll go with the plain one. Like so, kind of blends in a little bit better there. And you know what? I might just grab the knitting basket while I'm at it. because, maybe the reason why there's a rocking chair in here is because, where is it? Come on, let's look under activities. Is because maybe the person knits. Maybe they like to sit and knit, kind of relax, take it easy. There we go. Put that there, maybe. Kind of like this. Like that. Do. And I think that just about... Oh, you like the chair with the pillows? I tell you, oh, Lord, me and pillows in this game. Sometimes in real life, I do like chairs with pillows. I do, but that's because I pick the pillow myself. That's because I pick the pillow that I think should go on that chair. I don't like it when Maxis picks the pillow that they think should go on the chair. And that's kind of the only thing that you get to put on the chair because, it doesn't come off, right? It doesn't come off and you can't do anything you can't swap it, right? You can't swap the pillow out. So I don't always use kind of those pillows or the chairs and furniture with pillows and blankets. Blankets are even worse in game. I was commenting to someone that, this is a nice apartment. These people have like, a whole staff of people working for them. And so they've got people to come and clean up. They don't leave blankets lying out on their sofa, right? I'm sure maybe they get a little cold, get bundled up in a blanket sometimes, but they don't just leave it out laying around. Now, I do in my house, yes. But again, it's a blanket that I picked out that I think looks really good and I think should be out and about among that, in the house. Let's see here. I'm going to grab another one of these tables here, and we'll put it here by the fireplace. And I might just go ahead and use the same lamp over here, like that. So we're kind of getting a look going here. This is almost just pretty much done. I can't believe I'm almost done with this place. I mean, I need to play test it. That is for sure. And I'll need to finish this bedroom, but it'll pretty much just be a mirror image of this bedroom, just different furniture, slightly different tone of colors and stuff. So this is it. This is our penthouse. Pretty much good to go. So not too bad. I think I better save this. I think before I go for the day, though, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick tour of. I downloaded Maxis's Castle Estate shell, right? So Maxis has now this is going to crash probably to my desktop. So I really don't know what you're going to see here. Maybe probably just a black screen for a second. Let's see. We're going to. Oh, shit. That scared me. Hold on. Give me just a second. I got to take a call. Hello? Hello? What's that? Are you bringing them right now? Okay. I got to sign off. Okay, never mind. I guess we're not going to tour it at the moment. I was saying we're going to tour it. We're going to take a look at it. Maybe I can get over there real quick. But I've got someone coming over to my house, bringing something I've been expecting, and I was not expecting it like right now. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to try. Did I save it? Let me make sure I saved it so I don't lose my work. And then let's see here. We're going to try to just go to manage worlds. I think it's going to crash on me, probably. Been kind of a glitch with Maxis. Yeah, it did crash to the desktop here. So we'll see here. We're going to go ahead and try to get ourselves back on line here. Do, 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 do. That's one of the glitches that's been happening to some extent. Da, da, da. Here we go. Okay, and here I'm going to pause for just a second. I'm going to run downstairs here in my house, and then I will be right back. Probably take me a couple of minutes. Then I'll be back, do a quick tour of this build, the Maxis Castle Shell Challenge. That I'm not going to turn it into. You can do it. You can do like a remodel of it on the inside, and then you submit it on their Discord. It's on the Discord channel for The Sims from Maxis, and they're going to pick like 10 winners to get a pack or kit or something like that. So while this loads up, I will be gone. Well, or almost gone. Let's see here. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Crisis averted. Thank goodness. Let's see here. Oh, does the world? Thank you. The world is a little bit of a mess at the moment because it's kind of a mishmash. I've got like little Thailand over here from the For Rent pack, and then the castle stuff over here. Now, this is Max's Discord, the Max's Sims 4 Discord channel, which is open for everybody, public, open for everybody. They put this castle shell on here, or on the Discord, on the gallery, and it's empty on the inside. So you go in, you remodel it, you upload it up, you kind of post it on, on the Discord. There's a little group posted on the Discord. And then they're going to select 10 of them at random, right? And if you get selected, you win like some sort of pack, something like that. So I went ahead and downloaded it. I would not win, of course, because I'm in the EA Creator Network. So I wouldn't win myself, but I thought it'd be fun to do it. And this is what I came up with for this particular sim, was a sort of a little bit more upscale, a little bit more of a palace, but it's also a little sort of a bit of a gilded cage is the way I look at it. This sim's name, what is her name? Hold on here. Her name is Passerine Avery. And that means, Passerine means bird, kind of like a bird. And Avery is like a cage, like a bird cage. So her name basically is Bird Cage, and she is kind of in this sort of, gilded cage here. It's very nice, but it is kind of her home and her prison, right? And it's very, can tell it's very kind of empty and cold. And this is where she sits. This is her throne. But her dining room, of course, is set up for just one person. This is just where she sits and eats by herself. She's not allowed really any visitors. She lives a very supervised kind of life. So that is kind of my take on this particular castle. I did a lot of demolition in here. This actually has floors in it, of course. I knocked all the floors out. Now, one thing I did do that I thought might be kind of fun just for her story is she gets into magic. She gets into realm of magic. And ultimately, she creates this portal, which is kind of her portal to freedom because, of course, she goes to the magical realm. And that's how she escapes, right? And in fact, you know what? I need to test that. I guess I could test it right now. I don't know. I did put in ladders. Let's see if she can get here real quick. We'll see real quick if she can get up here. Give us a chance to kind of play test this thing. Here she is heading off to the stairwell. Speed her up just a little bit. There she goes. She's on a mission now. Because up here is kind of a library area, place for her to kind of work on her cauldron and stuff. I need to put a computer maybe up here somewhere, and I think I probably will. Now, she's made it this far, so I guess all the routing works, which is good. And let's see if this works. I think it should work. I hope I grabbed the right one. Travel to the magical realm, so let's give it a shot. Where's she going? Was not working. Where is she going? Run inside. You are inside. No, you are inside. Stop it. Stop it. Get back up there. I don't know why she thinks she's outside. This is inside. Look at that. That's inside. Hurry. Go faster. Here we go. Okay. Now, go through the realm. Oh, it did work. Okay, so there she goes. Okay, so it's working. It's good. Let's turn back. I don't want to go out to the magical realm today. But it does work. So that'll be kind of her escape route, right? Kind of her escape route out of this particular cage. And I still have a little bit of work to do on it. There's some stuff I still would like to do. I might add some art up here maybe or something. This is, again, there's one bedroom in this whole castle. It's her bedroom. This is her bedroom. There is one bathroom in this castle. It's right here. It's her bathroom. I did put in 2 sinks. I probably should change that. I probably should take one of the sinks out, right? Because the idea is this is just where she's going to be. And the idea being, of course, that she made somebody mad. You know, she made some sort of like the king or somebody mad. So he kind of sends her here forever, right? So it's like, you know, it's very luxurious and it's very, very nice. But again, it's like a gilded cage. So that is that. I put a little kitchen back here. So it's got everything you need as a house, you know, and she can leave. The doors aren't locked, but it's got everything you need as a house. And that's it. That's a quick tour, right? Because even though it's this big, you could fit a lot of rooms in there. I decided to make it a single person use. I didn't really change the exterior much, although I did change this where these windows were all stacked. That was not done that way. But I thought being a stairwell and stuff, since 2 of these are stairwells, that's what I used them for. That it looked better if the windows went all the way up. Plus, they did something here. Maxis did this. Maxis built this. They did something that's kind of a pet peeve of mine, and I left these alone. They're okay. Well, kind of okay. Let's see here. You can see here when she goes to that window. Look how tall that window is. It's like you can barely see out it, right? Because it's up so high. So I didn't like that with her dining room either, right? Because the window was up so high. So I thought, well, I'll put windows here on the floor and go all the way up to the top. And then she'll be able to have this full, not really a view because they're stained glass windows, but at least full light, full lit all the way up and down. And that, my friends, is the end of that tour and the end of this stream. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify if you've enjoyed this stream. If you're watching on archive, please hit like, subscribe, or notify. I do put all of my, live streams I leave on archive here on YouTube. So if you decide you want to watch them later, they're always available later if you can't tune in when it's live, right? So yes, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And in the meantime, possum, if you're still watching, thanks for being here again today. Don't forget to eat that bread, of course. And like always, thanks for watching.